So right now in my Trading 212 Stocks ISA, I have £117,537 in cash. And currently with Trading 212, I am getting daily interest. And that is a daily interest payment currently of £13.70. Currently, Trading 212 is giving an interest rate of 4.35% as an annual equivalent rate. Now, obviously, bear in mind that most of this cash is put into qualifying money market funds. So this isn't 100% like saving money inside a bank. But anyway, that's beside the point. Having this much cash at a time when the S&P 500 frankly is soaring is probably one of the sillier things that I've done. And as always, this channel is a reflection of my journey with money, and I'm always going to show you my wins and my losses. So here is my full Trading 212 Stocks and Shares ISA. You can see the current value is £118,000. I can show you my net deposits, but this figure is actually not correct because I've had an ISA transfer before, and this has upped the figure. So in total, I've deposited £80,000 into this ISA. I have an ISA maxed out somewhere else too. So my total return is about £38,000, and that is since 2021. I'm actually really happy with that. The actual truth is my return is higher because I leverage my Trading 212 Invest account and my Trading 212 Stocks ISA. I'll show that later in the video. But the truth is, if I had stayed investing into the S&P 500, my portfolio would probably be up by another £10,000. You can see over the past year, my rate of return has been really nice at 15.2%. But if I had stayed invested over that time period, it would have been over 20%. So that is an unrealized gain that I have missed out on. And that is absolutely fine. It is off the back of decisions that I actively made. No one made me do this. And holding this much cash at such a time really does go against everything we learn, not only on this channel, but about long-term investing. In my opinion, the longer that I stay in cash, the more I lose out to the market. So what I want to do is to talk through how I plan to put all this money back into the market so that I'm not losing out. Now, if you've watched any of my videos before, I'm very much of a lump sum kind of guy. I'd rather put everything in at once rather than pound cost averaging and trying to reduce my risks. Now, obviously, none of my videos are supposed to be investment advice. I make it extremely clear, and always have been, to not ever copy me. If you want the best returns that even beat out hedge fund managers, then probably what you would want to do based on history is just to stay long-term invested into something well diversified, maybe something like an all-world, which over the long term has given between 7 to 10% as an average. However, I've decided to do things differently, and I'm happy to share my journey. Now, if you would like to sign up to Trading 212 and receive a free fractional share that is worth up to £100, all you have to do is to click the link in the description box down below. Alternatively, if you've already signed up to Trading 212 in the past 10 days but haven't received your free fractional share, all you have to do is to press the 3 horizontal line menu over here. Scroll all the way down until you see the section Use Promo Code. And in this section, just enter my code JUBAIR and you should receive a free fractional share. So as you can see, I've been holding cash since about the 12th of June. So it's been a while now. And the longer that I hold on to cash, the more of the market that I'm missing out on. Now, obviously, holding on to cash has one major benefit. And that is, of course, if a stock market crash were to happen, everyone else's portfolio would probably be down, especially individual stock pickers. However, mine will pretty much stay the same. I do have one ongoing investment here, which is the S&P 500, where I'm investing £10 every single day. I keep you guys updated every month on that. But realistically, even if this went to zero, £800 isn't really going to be making a dent in my overall portfolio. Now, the way the economy is going right now, there isn't really anything to suggest that there will be any sort of stock market crash coming up. As I'm speaking, it seems like the whole tariff situation has ironed itself out. A lot of countries around the world are happy with 15% tariffs, which in my opinion is ridiculous. Why would you want to pay a 15% tariff? But I think the general consensus is 15% is a lot lower than what it could be. Just a few months ago now, China was threatened with tariffs of 145%. So that's almost 10 times as much. As you can also see, the growth of the S&P 500 has been frankly amazing. Since the lows of April, up by nearly 30%, which is absolutely staggering. So how do I then plan to shove my £117,000 back into the market. So as you can see, I do have a pending order of £3,000. And this is a trick that I recently learned. I might make a video on this, but I've essentially done a pending order for the S&P 500 at a price much lower than the current price, and that reserves £3,000. This £3,000 is reserved just in case I have to dump everything into the market. And I want to keep £3,000, so about a year's worth of £10 per day investing, so that I can keep this series up and running. So therefore, I have £114,000 to put back into the market. Now, obviously, the next thing I have to decide is what fund I want to put my £114,000 back into. So if you've ever watched my channel before, I don't like to invest into individual stocks. I do think that they are a great way to boost your portfolio. However, I'm more of a lump sum guy, and if I put everything into one stock, I don't think I will be able to sleep at night. That is too much of a concentrated portfolio. Now, you might think, why don't I invest into blue chip companies, something like Apple or Microsoft? Well, the thing is, even with those companies, you actually never know when the next stock market crash happens. Typically speaking, when a stock market crash happens, even companies like Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, they will see a big downturn that is, like I said, typically, but not always, bigger than the downturn you'll see with funds like the S&P 500. So if I'm not going to invest into individual stocks, that means I have to think about what ETF I want to invest into. So the two funds that I might go for are probably something like the S&P 500 / the Nasdaq 100, which I would say are very similar, or something like an all-world. I think I will be leaning more towards something like the Nasdaq 100 or the S&P 500. Now, obviously, at all-time market highs, no one really wants to be putting their money in at all-time highs, especially not lumping over 100k into that. Now, this is where my Trading 212 Invest account comes into. As you can see, this is my Trading 212 Invest account. And remember when I said I put in £80,000 into my Trading 212 ISA account in terms of deposits? Well, the actual fact is that I haven't actually invested £80,000 of my own money. These were capital gains that I made in my Trading 212 Invest account. And before that, I used to use Free Trade and I made a bunch of capital gains there. So out of the £80,000, I believe I contributed around maybe £50,000 or £60,000, which means my total gain from my ISA is much closer to over 100% rather than the 30% that is showing now. But anyway, as you can see, today I bought into the Nasdaq 100. Now, I bought £10,000 worth into the Nasdaq 100. Now, £10,000 sounds like a lot of money, and it is. And the way I like to see it, there's two ways it can go. It can go up, and therefore I make a small gain that I can use to contribute to my next ISA. As you can see, my balance is 14,700-ish. When I hit 20k, I will sell out of these holdings and then transfer it over to my ISA. The other way that it could go is I buy £10,000 worth in the Nasdaq 100, and then a massive crash happens, which obviously I will be at an unrealized loss here and it will suck. But then because I have over £100,000 in cash, I can just dump that into the market. Now, this is a form of hedging, and obviously it is not the best hedging because I only have £10,000 here as opposed to £114,000 in cash. And in fact, I have another ISA where I have over £20,000 in cash. So realistically, I have over £130,000 in cash, and I only have £10,000 of skin in the game. It is not by any means an ideal hedge, and that is the risk of, trying to time the market. In addition to that, I do have a SIP with over £10,000, which I have already bought into the S&P 500. As you can see, if the market goes up, I benefit from my SIP, and here, if the markets go down, that provides a buying opportunity for me to put in the cash. Once again, this is not financial advice. This is just what I'm doing. Eventually, I will reach a point where, I believe that, doing this is not worth it, and I will just leave it into a fund and just let it play out until I want to retire. As you can see, I still have over £4,000 in cash here. So if I see another dip in the Nasdaq 100, then I can put in more money as I feel. So if things go well for the markets here, then I will be reaching £20,000 in the not too distant future. And if things go bad here, then this portfolio will dip, but the other will have a better chance to grow. So make sure to check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you in the next video.